You've probably been told your whole life that to achieve your goals, you just need to believe in yourself. But what does that actually mean? Most people think it's about boosting your self-esteem, telling yourself you're great and feeling good about who you are. But that's not the whole story. In fact, focusing only on that can keep you permanently stuck. The real key, the secret that separates those who dream from those who achieve, lies in a critical distinction almost everyone gets wrong: the difference between self-esteem and self-confidence. In this video, I'm going to show you that difference and give you a practical guide to building the one that actually gets you to your goals. By the end, you won't just understand what to do, but how to do it, how to build the kind of self-belief that makes any goal, no matter how audacious, feel not just possible, but inevitable. So what is this fundamental misunderstanding that's sabotaging your progress? It's that we use the terms self-esteem and self-confidence like they're the same thing. They are not. This isn't just about words. It's the very reason so many self-help strategies fall flat. It's why you can listen to hours of motivational talks, recite affirmations, and still feel paralyzed when it's time to do the hard work. You've been trying to solve the wrong problem. You've been trying to feel good when you should have been trying to get good. Section 1, the aha moment, the critical difference. Let's use an analogy to make this crystal clear. Imagine your life and goals are a house you want to build. Self-esteem is the foundation of that house. It's your overall sense of self-worth. It's that deep internal feeling that you are a good person, worthy of respect, regardless of any specific skill or achievement. It answers the question, am I valuable as a person? A strong foundation, healthy self-esteem provides stability and acts as a psychological buffer that supports resilience. When you fail, high self-esteem helps you see it as a disappointing outcome, not a reflection of your inherent worth. Instead of thinking, I'm just stupid, you think, okay, that didn't work. I'll figure out what went wrong and try again. But here's the key. You don't build a house with the foundation. The foundation is what everything rests on, but it doesn't do the work of construction. Self-confidence, on the other hand, is the tools, materials, and skills you use to actually build the house. Self-confidence is your belief in your ability to perform a specific task in a specific situation. It isn't global. It's specific to a certain area. It answers the question, can I do this? You might have high confidence in your ability to give a presentation, but low confidence in your ability to run a 5K. That confidence is a skill you acquire. This concept was famously termed self-efficacy by psychologist Albert Bandura, your belief in your own ability to meet challenges and complete tasks. Here's where it all clicks. Goal achievement is a direct result of building task-specific self-confidence or self-efficacy, not just general self-esteem. You can't affirm your way to running a marathon. You can't think positively until you suddenly speak a new language. Those things require a different kind of belief, one that's forged in the fire of action. Self-esteem is about being, while self-confidence is about doing. And it's the doing that gets goals across the finish line. The danger of mixing these up is huge. Many people with low confidence in one area, like public speaking, diagnose themselves with low self-esteem, so they work on loving themselves more, which is a healthy practice. But it does nothing to improve their actual public speaking skills. When they step on stage, they're just as terrified as before, reinforcing their belief that they're not good enough and creating a vicious cycle of inaction. It's entirely possible to have high self-esteem and low confidence in something new. A successful lawyer might feel great about her life, but have zero confidence walking into a coding class for the first time. Conversely, a world-class surgeon can have immense self-confidence in the operating room, but suffer from cripplingly low self-esteem, constantly feeling like an imposter. Section 2, the how-to. 4, actionable strategies to build unshakable self-confidence. Now that we have the right diagnosis, we can use the right cure. Building self-confidence isn't some mystical art. It's a practical skill. And like any skill, you can develop it with practice. Here are 4 powerful strategies to build the authentic self-confidence that gets real results. Strategy number 1, master the competence-confidence loop. This might be the most important concept for building self-belief. The competence-confidence loop is a psychological principle stating that confidence doesn't come before you act. It comes as a result of your actions. Most people wait to feel confident before they start. That feeling will never just show up on its own. The loop works like this. You take a small, uncertain action. Through that action, you gain a tiny bit of confidence. That small increase in confidence generates a small spark of genuine confidence. This new confidence makes it a little easier to take the next, slightly bigger action, which builds more competence, which builds more confidence. It's an upward spiral powered by action. You literally build confidence by doing the things you don't feel confident doing. Think about learning to ride a bike. No one reads a book about bicycle theory, waiting to feel confident. They get on the bike, scared and wobbly. They take action. They fall. They get back on. They pedal a few feet, a small win. That's a moment of confidence. Their brain gets feedback. Okay, I can do this for a second. That's a flicker of confidence. This loop continues. Action, confidence, confidence, repeat until riding is second nature. Your job is to apply this to your goals. Stop waiting for the feeling of confidence. Your feelings are irrelevant to that first step. The goal is to take an action so small, it's almost impossible not to do it. What does this look like? If your goal is to start a YouTube channel, don't worry about becoming a confident YouTuber. Your first action is to record a 60-second video on your phone. You don't have to post it. Just do it. You've now broken the seal of inaction. That is a tiny piece of competence. The next action might be scripting a short video. Each step builds the skill, which in turn builds the belief. Your takeaway. Your confidence isn't waiting for your feelings. It's waiting for your action. Identify the absolute smallest step you can take toward your goal today and do it. Start the loop. Strategy number 2, become an evidence-based optimist. Your brain is a prediction machine, and it often runs on old, faulty data. A lack of confidence is usually your brain predicting future failure based on past mistakes or negative feedback. To build confidence, you have to systematically override this old programming by feeding your brain new, compelling evidence of your capabilities. You need to become a lawyer, building a case for your own success. This means deliberately collecting and reviewing proof of your progress. Our brains have a negativity bias. We're wired to remember the one time we failed more than the 10 times we succeeded. You have to consciously fight this. Here's how. Start an evidence log in a journal or a note on your phone. Every day or every week, write down at least one piece of factual evidence that proves you're moving forward. This isn't about affirmations. It's about facts. What evidence do you collect? Actions taken. I was afraid to make that sales call, but I did it. I wanted to skip the gym, but I went for 20 minutes. These are records of you keeping promises to yourself. Small wins. I got a positive comment on my post. I ran a mile without stopping. Acknowledging small wins releases dopamine, which boosts mood and motivation. Lessons learned from setbacks. This is critical. A setback isn't proof of incompetence, it's proof you're trying. Reframe it instead of, I failed to land the client, right? I learned my proposal needs to be clearer. This is valuable data for next time. On days when you feel doubt, read your evidence log. This practice does two things. First, it builds a mountain of proof that you are capable and growing. It's hard for fear to argue with cold, hard facts. Second, it retrains your brain to look for evidence of success, not failure. You become an optimist, not based on wishful thinking, but based on undeniable evidence. Strategy number 3, practice strategic discomfort. One of the biggest myths about confidence is that confident people don't feel fear. That's completely false. Confident people still feel fear. They've just changed their relationship with it. They understand that discomfort isn't a stop sign, it's a compass pointing directly toward growth. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, but to get comfortable with the feeling of being uncomfortable. This is the principle of strategic discomfort, intentionally stepping just outside your comfort zone in small, manageable ways. Every time you willingly tolerate a moment of discomfort, you expand your comfort zone and prove to yourself that you can handle the feeling. Think of it like building muscle. When you lift a challenging weight, the discomfort is a signal that growth is happening. If you only lift what's easy, you'll never get stronger. Confidence works the same way. It only grows when put under a reasonable amount of stress. How can you apply this? Identify your edge, the line where comfort ends and slight anxiety begins. Your mission is to dance on that edge every day. If you're shy, your strategic discomfort might be smiling at one stranger. The next day, it might be saying, hello. If you fear rejection, it's sending one more email than you feel comfortable with. If you're afraid of being judged, it's posting that article you wrote, even if it's not perfect. The key is that the dose of discomfort must be strategic. You're not trying to traumatize yourself. You're building psychological resilience through repeated low-stakes exposure. Each time you step into discomfort and survive, your brain learns, that feeling wasn't fatal. I can handle it. Over time, the terrifying starts to feel merely uncomfortable, and the uncomfortable starts to feel normal. Strategy number 4, curate your inputs, control your narrative. Finally, recognize that your self-belief isn't created in a vacuum. It's profoundly influenced by the information you consume and the people you're around. You can't build strong self-confidence if your environment is constantly undermining you. You must become a ruthless curator of your psychological world. This has 2 parts, your social circle and your information diet. First, your social circle. The people you spend time with have a huge impact on your beliefs about what's possible. If you're surrounded by cynical people, their mindset will seep into yours. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with people who are pursuing their own goals will elevate you. Look for mentors and peers who are on a similar path. According to Albert Bandura, these vicarious experiences, watching others succeed, are a powerful way to build self-efficacy. Seeing someone similar to you succeed shows your brain it's possible for you too. Second, your information diet. You can't consume a diet of negativity and mindless distraction and expect to feel psychologically strong. Stop comparing yourself to the highlight reels on social media. Unfollow accounts that make you feel inadequate. Replace that time with empowering inputs. Read books in your field, listen to podcasts that teach you something, watch documentaries about people who overcame great odds. Your brain builds a narrative about your place in the world based on the information you feed it. By consciously choosing your inputs, you take control of that narrative. You program your mind for success by surrounding it with the language and evidence of success. We've learned that the secret to achieving your goals isn't just loving yourself more, it's understanding the difference between self-esteem, your general worth, and self-confidence, your specific belief that you can act. We've seen that true, actionable self-belief isn't a feeling you wait for. It's a skill you build. You build it with the competence-confidence loop, where small actions create real confidence. You build it by being an evidence-based optimist, collecting proof of your progress. You build it through strategic discomfort, learning to welcome fear as a sign of growth. And you build it by curating your inputs, controlling the narrative in your head. Stop waiting to feel confident. Start acting to create it. The person you want to become isn't found in wishful thinking. They are built one small, deliberate, courageous action at a time. The power to begin is already in your hands. Now, so I have a question for you based on what we've talked about today. What is one small, manageable action you will take this week to start your own competence-confidence loop? Let me know in the comments below. Sharing it makes it real, and I want to see what you're going to build.